Banky special.
Yeah.
Pure deliciousness.
Pure deliciousness, man. My name is Banky, man. Everybody calls me Banky. That's the name that I got from my grandmother when I was young. I'm coming out here after 30 years. Yeah, I ain't got nothing, but I'm gonna have something because I'm rich in personality, you know, and I'm rich in love. My family love me, and that's really all that counts. Shout out to everybody out there on Team Banky Pound, man. I appreciate the love. I appreciate the support, man. We out here. Boom, 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 boom. 33, man. 33 years of prison stories. We out here. We rolling. As y'all can see, the weather has changed, so I got to change with the weather. I'm bundled up. I'm out here, man, because we out here. We out here, we grinding, man. You know, don't nothing stop this content, man. You know, we got to keep on bringing it to the people. We got to keep on putting this information out there, this positive energy. And can't stop, won't stop, man. So we out here. Today, man, it surprised me when I think about it that I haven't really, you know, touched on this subject a whole lot. I don't know why, probably because I've, you know, talked about so many things on here, but I was just thinking about it, so I wanted to bring it to y'all, give y'all some insight on, you know, what goes on in that VI. And, you know, and anybody who been locked up know that VI is the visiting room. Yeah, and don't ask me why they call it VI. It's one of those questions that you always hear these sayings all the time, and you never, you know, really ask what they mean. You just always go with the flow. I never understood why they call it the VI, but, you know, it was called the VI. You know, amongst other things, you know, the boom boom room, you know, the dance floor, and so on and so forth. But that visiting room, man, is a big part of doing time, man. It's a big part of doing time. And a lot of things go on in that visiting room, man. A lot of things go on in that visiting room, man. You see finesse in there and you know, flim-flammery and skullduggery, larceny, tomfoolery, and every other thing you can name of, you will see it in that visiting room, man. It is like a cat and mouse game. You know, everybody coming in there with their agenda. You got the police in there with their agenda to stop your agenda. So it's crazy in there. Pure, what would I say? Pure orchestrated chaos, you know what I'm saying, in that visiting room, man. You know, it's one people on one side trying to get done what they need to get done, and there's other people on the other side trying to stop you from getting done what you trying to get done. So it's a cat and mouse game, man, all day, every day in that visiting room. And everybody, man, is trying to beat the VI, man. You know what I'm saying? They trying to get on in the VI. And when I say get on, that in itself entails a lot of things, you know what I'm saying? A lot of people trying to get on in a lot of different ways. You know, you got people go in that visiting room, they trying to get on. When I mean trying to get on, they trying to get on by trying to get that sack. You know, they trying to get that paper, they trying to get that money, so they in there, you know, trying to get that product and bring it back to the population and to the masses and get some money, get paid. You know, and we all know what the product is, you know, any type of drug of choice that is, you know, popular on the compound, they trying to get that and get paid. And they have to do that under the scrutiny of the police. They have to do that under the scrutiny of the cameras. They have to do that under the scrutiny of other, you know, visitation. They have to do that under the scrutiny of other inmates and convicts that's in there. But throughout all of that, man, somehow, some way, they find a way to get it done. You know, so as I've said before, man, dudes in prison are ingenious, man. They gonna find a way where there is seemingly no way, you know. And you know, other ways people trying to get on in that visiting room, man, that VI, they trying to you know, they trying to get the woman, man. You know what I'm saying? They trying to get what we all lacking when we in prison, man. You know, the touch of a woman, the scent of a woman, the smell of a woman, the taste of a woman. You know, the all the essence that goes with a woman, man. You know, that would probably be you know, that and drugs would probably be hand in hand. You know, everybody is in there trying to get on, especially if you in there with your girlfriend, your fiance, your wife, so on and so forth. You know, to be in that setting, man, you know, with a female when, you know, You know, most of your days, every day, all day is just you amongst a lot of men. You know, just to be around a woman, to smell her, to look at her, to see the softness, the tenderness, the smile, yeah, I mean, everything is just the essence of her alone will be so intoxicating, man, that you will be yeah, you be lost. You understand me? You be super lost. So, you know, dudes is trying to get on in that way too, as well as dudes that might come in there with their family members. It might be their brother, their uncle, their pops, you know what I'm saying, or whoever, their homeboy. And they in there too, dressed to the nines as you can be in prison. And looking to see if anybody in there to see their brother or to see their friend or their cousin that they know is single, so they trying to shoot their shot. You know, they trying to shoot their shot. They trying to see if they can catch a girl in the visiting room. And many of them have done it. You know what I'm saying? Many of them have done it. There's a lot of dudes that went in that visiting room, man, and seen girls that was visiting friends or visiting relatives that wasn't necessarily their girl, and made eye contact and got the number and started relationships. I even know some that didn't started like that and ended up in in marriages and everything like that. So it's definitely possible, man. But yeah, that visiting room, man, there's a lot of moving parts in that visiting room. When I tell you a lot, I mean a lot. You know, just like I said, everybody has an agenda while they're in there. Everybody is trying to get their agenda, accomplished. Even doing all the chaos and all the opposition, they still trying to get what they need to get done. So man, I fit right in that category, man, and in most of those ways, man. I done been through all of those processes. You know what I'm saying? Most definitely, many times being in there, trying to do things that they wouldn't allow me to do. Which when you really look at it, it's crazy because it's like prison is the only place on the planet, man, that is illegal. It's illegal for you to touch your wife, your girlfriend, your fiance, even with her consent. It's illegal to do that. I don't, just off the top of my head, I don't know anywhere else on the planet that is the case, but it is in prison. You know what I'm saying? They don't want you to get no love. You understand me? Zero. They don't want you to get no love, man. I can't tell you how many times I've heard my name called and say, you need to move your hand, or y'all can't hold hands, or you kissing too long, or you hugging her too long, or you touching her too much. I mean, I've heard all of that. You know what I'm saying? All of that, so many times I can't even count. But it never deterred me. You know what I'm saying? It never deterred me, man. But yeah, in that visiting room, it be going down, man. For people that's coming in from off of the street and they looking around, man, it's like another world to them, man. I can remember when I first got locked up, my mother, was coming to see me, and sometimes she come on her own, and man, I could just remember the awe look in her face when she looking around and seeing all the craziness that she's seeing all the little subtle movements, the sneakery, you know what I'm saying? All the things that's going on, and she like, she in bewilderment, so she's staring, and I had to literally tell her, look, don't stare, man, don't stare. You gonna get somebody up. Just act like you don't see it, mind your business, but it's hard to do that for a person that's not used to that, they don't know. And by you just looking and the way you act, you can alarm the police of something that's going on. So in a way, you're informing them what's going on. So you have to be focused when you're in that visiting room, and it's up to you when you got a visitor to tell your visitor what the rules is, what to do and what not to do, what's acceptable and what's unacceptable, because they don't know and they just acting natural and doing what they need to do. But yeah, man, it be so many subtle movements that be going on in there, man, and so many ways that dudes is trying to do what they need to do. And like I say, they under all of this scrutiny, man. You have to position yourself in certain ways for the camera can't see you, because it's always somebody watching you. Either the police is watching you. If they not watching you, another inmate is watching you. If they not watching you, another inmate's visitor is watching you. If they not watching you, the camera always got you. So Just imagine being, watched at all times, and somehow, some way, you still able to accomplish what you trying to accomplish. That in itself is amazing. You understand me? That in itself is amazing. And it happens. It happens every visiting room, every visiting day, all over the world. I'm assuming, that people are going to find a way to get done what they need to get done. You know, um, and I know that to be true. You know what I'm saying? In more ways than one. I mean, dudes gonna always find a way to get them drugs in. Dudes gonna always try to find a way to get something done with a female, be it actual sexual intercourse or actual sexual encounters. Y'all know what I'm talking about. They gonna always find a way to finesse their way into getting a girl, or meeting a girl in the visitor room. It's just always happened since I've been locked up. It always has happened. So that shows you what a dude can do under pressure. And imagine if he applied that same type of, drive and that same type of tenacity to the outside world. What can he accomplish? He can accomplish anything. That's the way I look at it. You can accomplish anything. When you can do things that you do not supposed to do and people are trying to prevent you from doing under that type of surveillance, why can't you get out here in this world and thrive? Because you have the ability to not only survive, but to thrive in an environment that is, meant to stop you from doing what you're trying to do. And you've already shown that you would get it done by any means necessary. So when I used to see a lot of dudes come out here and, and come back, and they say it was hard out here, and then especially when I used to see that dude who was, a hustler on the inside, he was a go-getter. He made it happen when he was in there. But then when they get out here, it seems like somehow this great big world, man, and this wide open space, man, seems to make them claustrophobic, if that makes any sense. In a small environment, they the big fish, and out here in the big pond, it's like they become the small fish, and they can't survive, man. So that has always been puzzling to me, man, because some of the best hustlers I know or have known in prison have came out here, man, and couldn't make it. You know what I'm saying? Couldn't make it at all. But man, in that visiting room, man, it's so many moving parts and so many things go down in that visiting room that, man, they do stuff in there, man, that David Copperfield would marvel. You know what I'm saying? I mean, real talk. I've seen everything you could possibly think of, happen in that visiting room, man. I've seen dudes, man, I've seen guys get, make babies in that visiting room, I seen dudes bring back, drugs from that visiting room. I seen dudes bring back items from that visiting room. I mean, from the things that you would not even possibly think of. I mean, from shoes to pajamas to shirts to hats to wife beaters to cell phones to jewelry. I mean, you name it, man. And this is all while being watched. This is all while being watched by a camera, being watched by everyone in there, being watched by COs. This is all done under surveillance. You understand me? And they successful. Successful. Yeah, do some people get caught? Do some people get towed off? Yes, absolutely. But do some people get away and some people get by and get through? Absolutely. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I say, it's a cat and mouse. It's a cat and mouse, man. And that's a mindset. That's a mindset to go into a place with the intentions of doing something that everything is set up against you not to accomplish. That's a mindset. Just think about that. You going into a place to try to accomplish something that the odds is already stacked against you, that you cannot do this. We are waiting for you to try this. We are watching you. We are waiting for you to even attempt to do something like this. And you going in there knowing that, and you still gonna try it. You know what I'm saying? And you still might be successful. That's crazy. That's crazy, but that happens every day in the visiting room, man, all over the world, I'm sure. You know, now to tell y'all how these things was done, I can't do that. You know what I'm saying? I can't tell y'all all of that because of the simple fact that just like y'all watching, I got to believe there's ears in the cornfield. I got to believe there's birds picking up seeds. I know for a fact that some of these COs and administration is watching my videos. So I don't want to stop no hustler, no player, no dude from doing what he trying to do just to survive in the environment that he in, because I know what it takes to do that, and I know the need for some of these things. So I ain't gonna do that, but I'm just letting y'all know, TBP, cause we family. I'm letting you, it gets done. It gets done, man, and it gets done, with the greatest of finesse, man. Yeah, I've seen it, man. And you know, it's a marvel to watch. You know what I'm saying? It's a marvel to watch or to know what's going on. And sometimes it be so calculated, it be so, well thought out and well planned that you have to think to yourself, man, this dude right here, the way he move, what can't he be successful in if he applied himself on the street? He could build a Fortune 500 company, man, with the way that things are run and how smooth it's done under those type of conditions and that type of pressure, man. I feel like, the sky's the limit for people. Because if you can plan, plot, strategize to get things done, knowing that, the opposition is against you and knowing how the deck is stacked against you, man, you can come out here with that same type of plan, man, and try to make something happen, and yeah, but the visiting room is filled with dynamics, man, with everybody in there trying to, beat the VI, man, one way or another. If it ain't nothing but stealing a kiss, you know what I'm saying? If it ain't nothing but stealing an extra hug, an extra squeeze or something. Those things is normal out here in the real world. Those things are monumental in prison. You know what I'm saying? I know me myself, when I leave a visit, man, I'm drained. You know what I'm saying? When I mean drained, I mean mentally drained. No matter who it is, if it's a family member or if it was, a girl, my wife, I was mentally drained because you are around that energy. That energy, man, is contagious, man. That energy that, when I mean by that energy, I'm talking about that freedom. The smell of it, the look of it, the sound of it when people telling you what they're doing, what they did yesterday. When you know what you're doing and what you did yesterday was the same day you did the day before that, the day before that, the day before that, and so on and so forth. So that energy is transferable. It transfers into you, and it gives you, like that insight, like you're with them, you understand, and he's like, boom, and you wishing, like, I wish I could have did that, man. Oh, man, that sounds so good. The smallest things sound so good when you're in prison. Oh, I ain't do nothing but just go to the store, got me something to eat, stopped at the restaurant, grab me something to eat, came home, man, that sounds like, a paradise to a man that's locked up and don't do nothing but see the same people every day, the same walls every day, sleep on the same hard bunk every day, eat the same food every day, watch the same programs every day. You know what I'm saying? Deal with the same foolishness and chaos every day. That right there sounds like paradise. You understand? Paradise. And I know it's hard for people to comprehend. They have not been in that position, but trust me, it does. It seems like paradise, man. And people crave that, you know what I'm saying? They need that. So when they get in that visiting room, man, they get those experiences and they get that, that feeling. And then when they leave and they're removed away from that energy and you get back to your cell and that reality hits in on you, man, and sets on your chest, man, like a big elephant, you are mentally drained. You know what I'm saying? Most visitations, man, when I left the visitations, I like to be by myself, man. I usually go in the room. I isolate myself. I usually end up falling asleep, take a nap, and just try to, get that feeling up off of me of wishing and hoping and praying that, what I'm saying, I could, be in that position one day again, So like I say, it's definitely mentally draining, and yeah, it's just a crazy thing, man. But yeah, then you got a lot of You got a lot of people, with the lust to beat the VI, man. You got a lot of people in there that don't know nothing, and they'll watch you. They'll watch you to pick up game. They'll watch you to copycat you. They'll watch you to try to do what you do. Now you can be getting away with doing what you doing, and it's unbeknownst to everybody else, and especially the administration. But when you got other people watching you, they got a different type of eye than what the administration got, so they can see what you doing. And then next thing you know, they trying to do what you do. And then next thing you know, they getting towed off, and that whole plan right there, that whole way of operating right there is dead, because now they looking for it, because you done alerted them to it. So dudes used to get the beefing in that visiting room when they see another dude watching them, when they see another dude trying what they try. You know what I'm saying? They get the beef and they'll pull up on the dude after the visitation is over, or out there on the yard, be like, look, bro, man, your business in that visiting room, man. You know what I'm saying? You eyeballing me in there, man. You bringing attention to me. Somebody can look at you, the police can look at you, the camera can look at you and see where your eyes at, and then they gonna direct themselves to what I'm doing. Come on, man, tighten up. Those type of beefs occur. Because that dude might say, man, what you talking? And boom, next thing you know, they exchange and blow. All over some foolishness. You know what I'm saying? All over some foolishness. You know what I'm saying? It's chaotic. You know what I'm saying? It's chaotic. But everybody want to be able to accomplish what they accomplish and do what they doing, and some people just don't know how. So they'll watch somebody else. But that's a no-no in prison. That's a no-no, because the person you watching can get you. Man, they be back there with them cameras, and them cameras are so good, man. Them cameras can zoom right in on your face. They can see your facial expression. They can see everything. They will zoom right in on you, and the next thing they know, they looking at you, and they looking at where your eyes is at. And when they know where your eyes at, they will take that camera and follow where your eyes are and see what you watch. And you could get somebody toe off like that. So, it's penitentiary rules, you know what I'm saying, in effect. You can't be doing that type of stuff. And you have to inform your people of the same thing. Man, look, don't be looking over there. Don't do this, don't do that. Because it's been so many times I've been in there, man, and especially with my mom, man. Shout out Mama Pam. My mom, she's older. She don't know. And she look over and she see something, she'll be like, what in the world? You know what I'm saying? But I'm like, mom, no, don't look over there, don't say nothing, don't mouth nothing, don't do none of that. Because like I say, man, it goes on in there. I mean, it really goes on in there. And then, they will try to put the harshest, meanest, foulest disposition officers that they got in that visiting room. In that visiting room, because for real, if truth be told, their main goal is they don't want you coming in there anyway. The less visits they get, the less people that they get coming in there, that they prefer that. They prefer that, because they ain't got to do nothing. Because you have certain officers that's assigned to the visiting room. And if don't nobody show up, that's just more leisure time for them to sit around and jaw jack and talk this, that, and the third, and fraternize with each other and, enjoy themselves. And they getting a paycheck for that. But when you got people in there, they got to be attentive. They got to be on point. They got to be professional, which they never are professional. I shouldn't even throw that in there. But they got to be all of these things that come with earning that paycheck. So they much rather sit down there and, just run their mouth and just enjoy that day and let the shift go by and don't nobody show up for a visitation. This is why they try to make, the event of someone coming up there to visit you so unpleasant, because they hoping that in their mindset, they be like, I don't want to go through this no more. I ain't locked up. I'm not going to be treated like this. I'm not going to go through. That's what they want. That is their agenda. You see what I'm saying? That is their agenda, to keep you from wanting to see your loved ones by making the process so difficult. You know what I'm saying? And it works a lot. You know what I'm saying? It works a lot. A lot of people get deterred from coming to visit somebody because of what they got to go through. But what they have to go through, most definitely is unpleasant, and it's difficult and complicated. But to be honest with you, is not even, just a smidgen of what that person that you're visiting has to go through on a daily basis. You know what I'm saying? And it's also, just like it's just a smidgen of what they got to go through, that visitation alone is monumental in his disposition, in his frame of mind, in his, encouragement to go on. Because to get that and know somebody come in there and they go through what they go through just to see you, it gives you some more hope. It gives you some more, get up and go get it, to stay alive, you know what I'm saying, to keep pushing, to not give up. You know what I'm saying? So visitations is they're great. In terms of building up morale and giving a dude confidence for the journey ahead of him, and it's also for choking you up, you know. But yeah, man, it's crazy when you go in that visiting room, man. You have to have a whole different mindset. You have to mentally be prepared, and especially if you're going over there to try to, to get away with some flammery. You got to be ready, man. You got to be, can you imagine what it would take for someone? It's like walking in the lion's den, man, with a it's like walking in the lion's den with a meatloaf jacket on, man, and hoping that you don't get bit. That's the mentality of a person going in that visiting room with the intent of bringing something back, knowing that all eyes is on them. Do you know what the mindset have to be to even try that? And then what you're trying, especially the dudes is going over there to try to bring back some product or something like that. Do you know the mindset that they have to have? Because they are absolutely positively knowing if they get caught, they knowing what the consequences are. And they're knowing what the probability of them getting caught is. But yet and still they forge forward. You know what I'm saying? They go forward with the plan because that is, supply and demand. They need it, they want it, and they know that they're going to be able to come up off of it. And they looking at the conditions that they're in, and they're saying, boom, to them, they say it's worth the risk. You know what I'm saying? It's worth the risk. This is why when dudes go through what they go through to get what they get, if they're getting it that way, because there's a lot of other ways they can get it as well. But that's why they go through that risk. And when they go through that risk and knowing that they go through that risk and what it took for them to get that and accomplish that, that's why they not playing with their money when you get their money and you don't pay them. And that Bethlehem is coming down on your head. Because they knew. You mean to tell me the risk I took to get this and all the thing, and then you gonna not pay me or you gonna play with my money? Oh no, I ain't. That's why these type of things occur. That's why these type of things occur, man. Because not only do you put yourself at risk when you go over there to try to do that, you put the person who brought it to you at risk because they already in the free world. So their risk is even greater than yours. You understand? Because their freedom is at stake and yours has already been taken. You dig? So it's crazy, man. It's a different world, to say the least, man. It is a different world, man. And I lived in it for a long time, man. And when I look back on it and look back on things like these and the dynamics of the visiting room and all this other stuff, when you in it, it just seems so normal. It seems so, day to day. But, looking at it from this side, looking back in, man, I can see the mindset. I can see the strategy. I can see, the calculated moves, the thought process, the energy, the planning that went into all of these things that seems normal in prison. All of these things that seem normal, because I know now that it's not normal. It's just normal when you're in the middle of it, but other than that, it's not normal. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man, that VI is an animal within itself, within itself. And, they got special small tables so they can see you clearly. They got special seats so they can see you clearly. You separated, on one side of a small table from your visitation. You know, you cannot go certain places. You have to stay in your seat. You can't get up without permission. I mean, all types of rules and regulations are set in place, man, to prevent all of these things that we just mentioned to no avail. You know what I'm saying? To some avail, but not all avail, because people still get done what they need to get done. Every visiting room, every visiting day, all over the world, I'm assuming. I know for a fact all of them that I've been in, whatever they going in there to do, and a lot of them gonna get through with it, and a lot of them not. You know, a lot of them are, and a lot of them not, man. I've known dudes that go over there, man, and man, they so slick, man, and man, I know, just put it this way, I've known dudes that make a couple of babies in that visiting room. You know, a couple on the same institution. You know what I'm saying? On the same institution. You know, and the officers used to be so crazy with bewilderment, because they said, well, this lady comes see this dude every week, and now she's up in here pregnant, and he's still kissing and hugging all on her, and she out there doing this and got pregnant. No, she got pregnant in here, right up under your nose. You know what I'm saying? She got pregnant in here, right up under your nose, you know. But it's crazy, you know what I'm saying? But it is the life, man. It is the life that you have to live, man, when you in captivity, man, and you got to make something happen where it ain't nobody trying to let you make nothing happen. So that's what it is, man. And that visiting room is a great example of that, man, of the will of a person who needs to get something done, because that visiting room, they get it done, man, just because of the need, the want, the desire to have what it is that they're trying to get. They'll find a way to get it done, you know. But I could tell y'all a whole lot of other stories about this visiting room, man, because the visiting room, I've seen everything in there that you could think of. You know, fights, you know, CO inmate fights, you know, visitation, visitors and officers fight, visitors and inmates and convict fights, and visitors fighting visitors. I mean, it has all happened in that visiting room, man. It has all. I've seen people have seizures in there. I've seen people fall out in there. I've seen people, I mean, do some of the craziest things that I could even think of in that visiting room, man. In that visiting room. So, yeah. So y'all just let me know in the comments, man. I just wanted to talk to y'all today. It's cold out here, but I still had to come out here and talk to y'all. Still had to give y'all this positive energy. Still had to give y'all this insight. And share these videos with whoever you think need to see it, man. Whoever you think need to hear it. Because it's all in an effort to paint a picture of what's really going on the other side of the world. And when I say the other side of the world, I mean prison, because it's definitely not of this world. And to see and let people think about it and let them know what's happening, man, so they can make a conscious choice if that's the life you want to live. You know what I'm saying? Is that the position that you want to be in? Is that the type of chaos and flammery and tomfoolery that you want to be going through every day? You know, and hopefully the answer is no. You know what I'm saying? Emphatically no. You know, so yeah, so share these videos, man, and y'all talk to me in the comments. Y'all know for a fact that I will talk back. I appreciate you all out there on TBP, man. We'll be right back at you in a minute. We can't stop, won't stop. We here every day at 6 o'clock. Y'all don't meet me here, beat me here. You know, y'all go check out the store with this good merch so we can spread this energy all around. Even if we ain't saying it, they're going to be able to see it. They're going to read it. They're going to be inquisitive about it, and they might go check it out. And then next thing you know, we got another TBP member. You understand? And that's what we want to do, man, because the bigger we are, the bigger the message. I love y'all out there. Y'all be safe, be smart, make good decisions, man, and y'all stay safe out there through these holidays. And as always, never, ever forget to boom, 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 boom. Duck them hooks. They are everywhere.
The banking special.
Yeah.
Pure deliciousness.
Pure deliciousness, man. My name is Banky, man. Everybody calls me Banky. That's the name that I got from my grandmother when I was young. I'm coming out here after 30 years. Yeah, I ain't got nothing, but I'm going to have something because I'm rich in personality, you know.
and I'm rich in love. My family love me, and that's really all that counts.